So I just like to kind of do a little pat just to see if there's any residual mascara, which of course there is. There will always be a little mascara. Hi, this is Barbie Ferreira, and we're gonna get real while I get unready. So I have a very artistic look right now. This is something that I do when I'm bored. I like to play with colors, see what's going on. There's a lot of products that I use to take off my makeup because makeup like this does not come off easily. So I pretty much only wash my face at night, don't do it in the morning. If I have makeup on, I will go through all of my products, just make sure it's all out and my skin is ready to go to sleep. I'm going to put my hair back. I wanna make sure the ears are looking cute for Teen Vogue. For me, wearing colors and having like graphic lines or playing with like different textures and glitters and all that stuff is kind of what I like about makeup. But the one thing that makes my skin look better is making sure that all my makeup is out of my pores. I'm gonna use a balm, like kind of like an oil-based balm, to take off eyeshadow because some products, especially mascara, will just not come off if you don't try really hard. So this is something that I've learned that I need all the time, is just a good little oil-based cleanser. When I was modeling, I thought that the one thing I had to put on my face at all times was coconut oil and nothing else. I would only use oil on my skin. I wouldn't even wash it. So I had terrible texture, and I just thought it was just because of like traveling and everything, just because I wasn't taking care of my skin and washing it properly. So I avoid oil. I don't like using oil as a moisturizer or as a serum. I do use an oil-based balm to take off eyeshadow and only when I have to take off eyeshadow because it works so well, as you can see. As you can see here. And I just make sure to really cleanse it off, make sure it's off, and do my best to prevent any kind of breaking out over here. Well, I'm using Bioderma first to put on like a microfiber towel. I love these. I actually got these, the idea on set of Unpregnant, because they would just have these towels. And also Euphoria. They had like these little microfiber towels, and it was the best. They would put it in the microwave, make it warm. It's good. I am trying my best not to ever sleep with makeup on. I've actually had this rule, no contact lenses and no makeup on. I used to sleep with makeup on all the time. I used to go on the plane with makeup on. It was too lazy to take it off. I would have like my contact lenses when I sleep by accident because I was so tired. No more. It was messing up my skin really bad, so I was kind of a mess. And I just learned to not do that, to be a little bit more responsible, you know what I mean? And we're growing up, almost 24, growing up. When I'm wearing like a really amazing look, I just feel myself a little bit more that day. I like feeling like different people every day. Maybe that's not good, but I like to do it. I like to feel like I'm in a costume sometimes. I have been really fortunate to have a lot of say in the look, and like people have trusted me to kind of create my own character's look, which I like to work outward in. Like if I look different, if I'm wearing certain kind of clothes, if I have a different hair style, which happened with both Euphoria and Unpregnant, I just move a little bit differently, and then I can start getting into character a lot. I'm like very much like, I like to wear the costume, look like the character, and then it like just comes naturally. I had really long hair and I chopped it off for Euphoria, and it made me, and I wore glasses and all that stuff, and I felt like that was, I felt like Kat for like 8 months that we were shooting, and I felt like that changed the way that I moved. There we go. Eucalyptus spray, I spray every time I take a shower, a bath, when I'm doing my skincare. I like light my little Moroccan mint tea candle. I don't know, I've been just really into like sensory stuff, like soft things that smell good. I mean, what else am I gonna do, It's like, it's been a grim year. Gotta keep it up somehow. This is my favorite cleanser in the world. This is Lay You. I don't even know if I'm saying it right. I've been using it for like 3 years, and this is my final cleanser. The reason I cleanse 3 times is because I've noticed that if I only use a cleanser on my face, it doesn't take off all the makeup. If I only use Bioderma and then cleanse, it doesn't quite take off all my mascara. So this combination of everything is the only thing that can get my skin super clean. I do not do foamy things. I actually don't use any other cleanser other than this one because I don't trust it. Just because my skin is sensitive. So like something that works for someone else, guaranteed, is not going to work for me. I don't know why. My skin just gets dermatitis like around here. I'm gonna wash it off. I'm just gonna pat. I don't rub. I pat. I kind of just take a look at my mascara because we all know that mascara does not like to come off no matter how much you try. So I just like to kind of do a little pat just to see if there's any residual mascara, which of course there is. There will always be a little mascara. Like, there will never not be a little mascara there. This is my toner, by the way. I'm putting just a couple drops. This can be a little, this is the sensitive one. Get the sensitive one because the other one's a little harsh for me. Every time I deviate from it, I end up going back to it because it's just like, you know, it's science. It's like a very scientific formula. There's no fragrances. It's just like, it's the one thing that works on my skin. I never really worried about my skin until I started traveling and modeling. I'd never had like a skin problems growing up. But as soon as I became an adult, like as soon as I turned 18 pretty much, my skin started freaking out, and also people were photographing me, so it just felt like everyone had something to say about my skin. And they were like giving me tips and stuff, and I'm like, I never thought about my skin this much. Then I started traveling, wearing makeup, and kind of abusing my skin in a lot of ways, and I started getting really, I get like these bumps underneath the skin and the texture, and it hurts, and I get like these, like, just like the underneath layer of my skin is the problem, which, you know, in a lot of ways that's good because you can't see it, but it is more painful and it's harder to get rid of. And I used to think it was really fun to just always get new skincare, and I realized that my skin was getting worse and worse, so I stuck to my favorite. I like to do a mask twice a week. I like to use this mask when my skin needs moisture, and then I have other masks for when my skin's looking a little bit like, you know, crunchy and it needs a little help. I think beauty like plays a huge role in my mental health. I feel like at night I have to like create like a cottagecore fantasy every night to like stay like happy and like good and good spirits. So like I like, you know, light a candle, I like bake a bread or something, make a little like cinnamon bread or whatever, and then I do a mask. I like take my time, I wear like my silky pajamas, I light my favorite candles, I, you know, do mood lighting. I take maybe more than one bath a day. Definitely more than one bath a day. I watch like a really good movie such as Shrek and Shrek 2, which I've been doing this week. Cinematic masterpiece. All these things by myself with my cats, you know, because I just feel like I've noticed that I'm so stressed, as a lot of us are, and the little things are what really keeps me going. Embarrassing, but I feel like every time I'm breaking down, I listen to My Chemical Romance. I just think that there's something about, I go back to being like 11. It's been 10 minutes, we're gonna take it off. Well, when I was a kid, my idea of beauty was very much what people put out there because I was a kid, and I was like, okay, the magazines tell me this is what is beautiful. So I had a very narrow view at a very young age, which obviously sent me into a spiral at a very young age, as many people do. For me, beauty is being eccentric and being out of the box and pushing boundaries and being unique and like doing everything that kind of everyone tells you not to do. So when people are kind of like the normal version of beauty, I used to aspire to that, but that actually is like the exact opposite of what I want now. This is my Derma Flash. She's cool. And this is my little jade roller. And we're gonna cleanse her because that's one thing that I'm scared of, is putting things on my face. Like even my towel has to be like brand new because I have 3 cats. 3 little dirty cats. So I'm just scared that their dander is everywhere. So this is alcohol, I think like 70% or something. And I'm just gonna spray on both sides and then take a clean towel and just clean all the crevices and whatnot. You know, make sure it's all clean. I can't say her name, Dermo Purifant thing, and it's like a thick moisturizer. I love it so much. I just put a little bit on my face. I'm actually gonna put a little bit extra because I'm gonna zap it in. There's 2 settings on it. Do that. It just like zaps it into your skin. Isn't that fun? This like penetrates your pores in a way. I don't know what the little zappy thing does, but it makes my skin look good. So I like to, sometimes when I have like really dry skin, I'll just put it like where I get really dry, which is around my nose and like my chin and, you know, everywhere, just to get that product in, you know what I'm saying? I love tools. I like a zip. Oh God, I love a zip. I actually didn't bring it because it's not charged. I like anything with like electromagnetic stuff. I don't know why that works for me. And as for makeup, I've just been using the Light Gleam from Becca a lot on my eyes. It's just, I'm obsessed with it. Like I love there's like a glitter side and there's like a color side, and the colors are kind of these like muted blues and greens and like olives. It's stunning. I like jade rolling just because it's fun. I don't know if I'm doing it right, if it's anything. Like, I just think it's fun and it makes me feel like it's cold on my skin, and I like that because I get really warm. So I don't know if it does anything, but it definitely, I like massaging my like cheekbones, you know, just in hopes that it'll do something. 11-year-old Barbie, what would I tell her? I would probably just, I would assure myself that I'm not weird or like different, and that yes, I will forever be emo a little bit. Time just goes by, things work out, you have different stresses, they're different stresses than what you have. I think for me, every 11-year-old, I think everything is just like monumental and like disastrous. So I didn't think I could be someone who people liked, and that's a lie. You're a cool kid, actually. You're not like a weirdo. And like, you know, kids in school never liked me because they were, you know, they were kind of like, you know, they were like, what the hell's going on with that? What's that? You know, but I think once I like got out of school and like realized that the world is so vast, it was so amazing because there are people who are just like me and who are even weirder, and they are amazing, phenomenal, talented people. I think for me, my skin is a direct reflection of how much effort I'm putting into myself. It's a bigger representation of like myself, and like if I'm, you know, flossing all the time, if I'm doing all this, like they all kind of go hand in hand, and they're kind of just like these self-care night routines that I think really get me through these times. Thank you for watching. This was my nighttime routine, and I'm gonna go cuddle with my 3 very cute cats.